Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing what might be the cure for the common Portuguese chronograph. The original 1998 Portuguese 3714 Portugieser chronograph was the best-selling Portuguese reference of all time. The 3714 has seen innumerable variants, making it a ubiquitous watch. If you like the design and you feel that the sub 41mm size might be the best-sized Portuguese for you, nevertheless, I have a little bit of an evolution of the original that will set you apart from your friends with 3714. Let me introduce the 3712. Specifically, this is the reference 3712-03 in rose gold, a watch that was made from 1995 through 2004, but never as common as the standard Portugieser chrono. Now, it is 40.9 millimeters in diameter, and you can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, this might be the best-sized Portugieser for me. If you look at the profile, the lugs are nicely shaped to wrap around the wrist, and I can assure you that given the spacing across the wrist of 47.8 millimeters, I can recommend this Portugieser for wrists as small as 13.5 to 14 centimeters circumference. It's not thick in spite of automatic winding complication and a movement that is based on a Valjoux 7750. It's still just 12.6 millimeters thick with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs, so you'll find a universe of OEM and aftermarket strap options in that 20 millimeter sizing. The strap that's equipped is a sort of medium brown, large rectangular scale gaiter, and you can see it's a little bit bolstered. It has some thickness to it. It's a sheer side, but very thin sheer. You can still see the layers of construction. There's a monotone stitch, and on the underside you can see a more conventional calfskin. Brand new Italian-made IWC factory strap, no gouging, and a matching pin buckle with a combination of polish and satin. It's handsomely done, and of course IWC branded. Jump into the case flank, you can see that the principal difference here is that there is a rattrapante trigger, or a split-second trigger, at 10 o'clock on the 9 o'clock side. You have satin finished mid-case, a lovely flared inverse conical bezel that is all of high polish, and then you have tapered lugs with a little bit of a teardrop end that almost turns 90 degrees from the plane of the mid-case, so it does fit well on a small wrist. You'll also appreciate that the lug hoods are of polish, and the vintage-inspired pump-style pushers are a nostalgic addition. The crown is simple, and as you can see, this is an old-school IWC fish crown, roughly pre-2006, and of course, all of these watches were made pre-2006. What's notable about this one is that it has never been replaced during factory service. The timepiece features a sapphire crystal over a dial that is nicely dished. As you can see, it features a substantial flange outboard, and that Rayhaut gives you a scale against which to read seconds and fractions of a second. Now, this watch has a split-second functionality, so you can stop the time twice and compute the difference between two events, such as two race cars crossing a start-finish straight. Now, of course, you can resume the action and everything flies back together. You can also use it as a conventional chronograph with stop and reset just as you would on a conventional chrono. But when you need that split seconds functionality, it's there. You can see that the hands at center are leaf style, and the hands used for telling time, that is time of day, are rose gold. The hands that are used for telling chronograph time are handsome and blued. You can see that it is a dial with wonderful depth thanks to the flange as well as the sunken registers, and there's a lovely symmetry about this dial. You can split it side to side and top to bottom, and it's still nicely balanced. Now, the watch does feature a hacking or stop seconds functionality, easier to do without a glove, I will admit, but it features a Valjoux 7750 base that has been made thoroughly IWC's own. Underneath the case back, you have an IWC caliber that can almost be considered manufacture. Water resistant down to 30 meters, it's not an aquatic watch, but this is caliber 76240. Automatic winding with unidirectional action like a Valjoux 7750, it's a lateral clutch with a cam action, but a very well-tuned cam system that feels as positive as a column wheel. 31 joules, 28 8-beat rate, 44-hour power reserve. Richard Hobring, who is the namesake watchmaker of the Hobring independent brand today, invented this split-second system for IWC during the early 1990s, and he had to wait until the patent expired in recent years to start making this complication under his own name. So this is IWC's own in-house watchmaking, drastically modifying the base 7750 by putting the rattrapante system into its bridges and plates, and effectively, with final regulation and finishing by IWC, making this movement more IWC than ETA. A very impressive watch inside and out, a durable one, elegant and universal with its size. You can see and you can purchase this IWC 3712-03 on the watch box.